Hello, and welcome to Ad Lib Heroes. My name is Joey, and I'm a lifelong DM and writer. At our table today is...
Hi, I'm TJ, and I play Kirith Odell.
I'm Riley, and I play Grimlock Sea Spray.
Hi, I'm Bev, and I play Olivia Fortier.
Previously on Ad Lib Heroes. A group of orcs was squatting in a castle near the town of Gralu. They left behind a map showing their plan to attack a spot near Abelant, Olivia's hometown. The group hired a carriage to hurry and beat the attack, informing guard leader Harris, who Olivia knew from her childhood. Yvette Fortier, Olivia's mother, informed them that there was an escape tunnel from the Comtesse Corbus's castle at the spot marked on the map. They went to warn the Comtesse and found orcs had already marched through the night and were attacking from below. They went around and found a group of orcs guarding a war wagon and defeated them with the help of guard leader Harris and a couple other guards. Those helpers are now injured, and the group is exploring the orchard and clearing and the entrance to the secret tunnel. So, you have several orcish cultists, not fully turned orcs, but people who were dressed like orcs and were obviously planning to become them, who you have defeated. You, I believe last time we went through their wagon and started gathering some of the loot that you were able to gather. Guard leader Harris and her two assistants, they are not looking great. And there is the hillside, which has a darkened cavern that you could start exploring if you don't have anything else you want to do out here. It is early evening. The sun is starting to set.
If I haven't already tried to help the... Do you remember if last time I tried to help the...
Yes, you were able to stabilize the one unconscious guard.
Oh, okay, cool.
Well, I think we should keep going in because they're going to be exhausted and trying to attack from this side.
Right. Well, not to, looking over at the guards that came with us, just not to freak those people out more, but I'm pretty sure I already did that enough. It's fine. I cast Cure Wounds on myself.
All right.
For 6 HP.
I would just move over to guard leader Harris and be like, you should go get help, like go get healing.
Mm-hmm.
And if you can send anyone to help to back us up, that would be great, but we understand.
It'll probably be an hour before anyone else can get here.
Okay. Well,
So she's guards fireman carrying the one guard that was knocked unconscious.
yeah.
And you see her speaking to the other guard, informing them to keep an eye here, but not to engage anyone, just...
Yeah, to guide people our way
Mhm.
when reinforcements come.
Yeah.
Cool.
To observe and report.
Great. Shall we head in?
Mm-hmm.
Looking at Grimlock, just lead the way.
I would like to light a torch
All right.
because it's dark in a cave.
Yeah, and you've got those dumb human
Humans.
eyes.
You sure you don't want the leash?
I will not be leashed.
So, yeah, sorry, go ahead.
I guess I'll take the front.
All right. So you head into the darkened cave, and there is a stream running through it. You're about 5 feet back in this natural cave when you find that there is an old grate that has completely rusted off its hinges. The metal that was part of the grate has been completely eaten away by time. Beyond the grate, there is a smooth worked tunnel. So there is about a 5-foot walkway on either side of a stone bed that the stream runs through.
Oh, okay.
So the tunnel heads into the hillside, and soon after you walk in, the entrance is a dot of light in the distance. So are you walking on the left-hand side, the right-hand side, or through the water?
I'll be on the right side.
Right side?
Yeah.
Okay. So as you're walking along, on the left-hand side, you can see that the walkway suddenly falls away.
Good choice, Grimlock. Good choice.
There's a pit about 10 feet wide and 20 feet deep. The bottom of the pit is lined with old metal pikes, and there's tangled among them 2 gray hulking figures.
Oh boy. So we should be pretty, I say this in more of a stage whisper, I guess. We should make sure that we're watching out for things like that moving forward.
Yep.
Wait, you mean like checking for traps? Is that a thing that we do?
We were told that the escape tunnel was trapped, so
We're just hoping that maybe an army of not
that they
so
set
smart.
all of them off.
Maybe.
I'll keep an eye out.
Okay. So roll me your perception roll to search for traps.
Okay. Come on, it's my best skill. Don't fail me now. Dice failed me now. No, that's 13.
13. So you are walking along, and all of a sudden you realize that on the right-hand side there is a seam in the floor just before Grimlock's about to step on it.
I copy from like the orc fort yesterday and just like grab his shoulder. Just hold up. There's a. I don't know what that means, but best guess is another pitfall.
I'd immediately stiffen up and just wipe my brow. Big sigh.
How far down is the water? Like, is it difficult to cross over to the other walkway?
No, the water is probably only about half a foot deep.
Okay. Yeah, just go around.
And dawdle my way through.
I'm not willing to set that off and see what happens.
I try and like hold my skirts up. I'm still probably getting them a little wet, but trying to pick my way through the water to get back up on the walkway on the other side.
Yeah. Trying to
Regretting-
get it only on your boots.
Yeah.
Very used to walking through sewer water. I don't care.
Super regretting not having like actual shoes and going with like foot wraps because it would take like 10 minutes to get it off and then back on. Time to squish my way through.
All right. So you continue on, and there are a few turns. It's obviously a natural cavern that they then worked, following the bed of the stream, but laying down a new bed for it to run through. The water running through the stream is actually very clean and pure. This isn't sewage water. This is a water source the castle uses. And as you're heading along, I need another trap checking roll. It's perception,
Can I assist him?
if you are trained in the skill.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So we use the higher dice roll of the two of you.
I rolled a 5.
Got an 18, buddy.
Oh, word.
Yeah.
My skill, or I guess we just use my skill.
Yeah.
So 23.
23. So you see up ahead that there is another seam in the floor, this time on the left-hand side.
Okay. And we'll just cross over again.
Yeah.
I'm not, again, not, I'm not a curious person.
Yeah.
I don't need to know what that does.
I mean, I'm curious, but I also can assume it does what the other things did.
Yeah.
So I don't need to
We have no evidence
Experience
that the
it.
second one did that. We only have that one thing did something.
This is true. This is true. It's a later problem.
So yeah, and with an 18 on the die on the last roll, you go about another 40 feet, and there's another one of these same traps on the right-hand side, so you guys cross back.
Constantly crossing back and forth.
Yeah.
'Kay.
So yeah, you just start making that part of your pattern now of crossing back and forth.
I'm not even certain there were traps back there. You guys just want to make me walk through the water.
That's mostly making Grimlock do it in his stupid foot wraps.
Buy a boot, asshole.
I thought it'd be cool.
From Kiewit, store of boots. So you walk for probably about 10 minutes through this tunnel, which especially I think for Olivia is a very long time to be in a narrow, dark underground tunnel.
Yeah, I'm not into it.
Up ahead, the river dips into a grate under the floor with, again, a couple of rusted away bits of metal. It would be a dead end that this tunnel comes to, except you realize that the wall has swung open probably about half a foot, and there is torchlight flickering beyond.
Like over the grate?
So the grate is on the floor, and then there's like a step up into a room on the other side of this
Okay.
this open stone door.
So maybe we should just quietly look in and see what's happening.
Who would like to stealth up to the door?
Do you want to take a beat?
Do I?
Yeah.
Not a lot. Do you?
Sure. Yeah, I'll take it.
Okay, so do you want to stealth up to the door to see what's beyond?
Mm-hmm. The sneakiest man. 7.
7? All right. So you head up to this again, this step up with a door beyond it. You realize it is a secret door that leads into the castle armory. There are a bunch of racks and stands in here that are designed to hold pikes and suits of armor, helmets, shields. But most of them have been knocked over, and there are 3 creatures sniffing around in here. These lumbering figures are the size of very big dogs. Their reddish carapace shells waddle as they snort along the ground with their big feelers. Tails swish behind them, heavy tails, and each has a rope around its neck with about 20 feet of lead. As you're looking at them with your hands gripping the door, you creak it open a little further, and all 3 of them look up at you.
Cry out to everyone. Dogs, dogs.
Except they are dog-sized, like, think bugs or armadillos.
Armadillo bug.
Armadillo bugman.
Gross.
Can I make a check to see if I know if they are anything other than dogs?
Yeah, that's a nature check.
I mean, they're certainly not dogs.
Vaguely dog-shaped. That's all I got. I'm scared. I'm not proficient. Can I make that check?
Yeah, you can. You just add your attribute modifier.
0 or 2.
2, they are bug dogs.
Bug dogs.
Okay. All right, initiative. Yeah. Everyone knows more about nature than me, and that's hilarious.
Yeah, like the dwarven knowledge of bug dogs. All right, so Kirith, you are up first in the round. You are probably about 20 feet back from where Grimlock is at the entrance to the armory.
Okay. I will move up to behind him, and can I see over him at whatever it is he's shouting about?
Yes.
Can I roll a nature check to see if I know what they are?
Yes.
All right. Watch. This is a bad roll for me. I'm the worst druid ever, but I rolled a 19, so 18.
So these are these are rust monsters.
Oh, and then it clicks like
The eggs.
the stockade we found earlier with the nails in the iron nails in the trough, and just oh no.
And the fact that they were building stone mauls and javelins that didn't have metal points. And the fact that the great entrance to here was rusted away.
Oh, I did not clue that in. I just got that now.
Oh no. Don't meddle and don't use iron. I don't know. I throw one of the wooden-headed javelins at the
right.
closest one
The closest of 3. Okay.
over Grimlock.
The one with the biggest eyes. I'm calling them Big Eyes so we can tell them apart.
I love the. Can I see over Grimlock? Like, I'm not on a stool, man. You're good.
It was a step up. Javelin. I got a 14.
14. That manages to pierce through its carapace.
For 8 damage.
Okay. So yeah, you chunk a spear into Big Eyes, and its eyes get even bigger. Next is Olivia.
So I had to look up my cantrip because I wanted to know if things have to understand me for me to viciously mock them. They do not. You unleash a string of insults laced with subtle enhancements at a creature you can see within range. If the target can hear you, though it need not understand you, it must succeed on a wisdom saving throw or take 1d4 psychic damage and have disadvantage on its next attack roll. So they roll. I will go at Big Eyes, and I will try to mimic the sounds of the wolves we saw because it doesn't matter what I say.
It does not make the save. It seems to be very badly affected by your wolf howls.
Yeah, that's
It
because I'm good
does
acting.
not like wolves.
For 2 psychic damage
Okay.
to Big Eyes.
Then it is Grimlock.
I'm gonna poke Big Eye in his big eye with my trusty stick.
All right. So that would mean you have to walk into the armory to do that.
Yes, sir.
'Kay.
Sorry, how far is it from the door?
Big Eyes is about 5 feet from the door.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, I want to occupy the space between them.
Yeah.
So that's perfect. And it was 17
That will hit.
for 4 damage, and then I'll kind of brush him to the side with my foot.
All right. A sweep kick.
Yeah, a little sweep kick on a quadruped. It's gonna be great. For 12 to hit.
So yeah, your sweep kick does not work against its many legs. All right. So Big Eyes is looking at you, and you, I don't believe, have any metal armor or any metal weaponry, do you, Grimlock?
No, sir.
Would your darts be?
Oh, they have the that'd be the stone with the metal bands. So there's
Mhm.
the bands on there.
Yeah. And now, how do you have those? Are those like on a bandolier? Are they in a pouch by your side?
I was thinking kind of like a belt kind of situation.
Okay. I don't think there's enough metal that it would want to hit you with its corroding whiskers.
Mm.
So its whiskers are kind of like stretching past you towards Kirith and Olivia, but it isn't able to get there. So it tries to bite you out of the way, kind of giving out like you would expect it to be a yelp from a dog, but again, it's a chittering sound because it's kind of insect-like. So like
Wow.
and it has a natural 20.
Ooh.
So you tried to sweep it, and it bites your foot. That is 8 piercing damage right to the foot wrap.
Immediately goes out and buys boots.
The other 2 can't get to you because of the narrow space in the room. There's too many racks in the way. So they are trying to get forward, but they recognize there's a threat, but they can't do anything about it because of where you're standing.
Nice.
Your doorway fighting.
The Three Stooges effect.
All right, Kirith, you're up.
I will throw my other wooden-headed javelin
All right.
at Big Eyes. For 16 to hit.
That'll hit.
And 3 damage.
All right. So yeah, you just kind of graze him this time. He still doesn't like it. And then it's Olivia.
I'm going to growl and bark at Big Eyes this time.
Sorry, I need to go back a second because Grimlock got hit by a crit, but he shouldn't have because it should have rolled with disadvantage because of your
Right.
cantrip. So Grimlock, would a 11 have hit you?
No.
So take back the damage you took because
You did not get bit.
you did not get bit because it
just
was scared of the
imagined.
wolves.
You just imagined how scary it would be to be bitten by it. And how much you really want boots now. I would like once more now to growl and bark at Big Eyes.
Big Eyes again fails the charisma saving throw.
And takes 3 psychic damage.
All right.
You guys made fun of me for trying to mimic those wolves.
A little bit, yeah.
Yeah, well,
And now it's Grimlock's turn.
After the terrible visions I had, I'm not gonna try and kick him anymore, and probably just keep kind of trying to keep him at range, and no, I will still kick him.
Yeah, you
Who am I
should
kidding?
still kick him.
Yeah.
No, punch him. Headbutt him.
He's not that short.
I'm
Just a full bow.
I'm really scared, so I'll just go in with my head. It's much safer. 19
That'll hit.
for 6 damage.
'Kay.
And probably still kicking at him, but more of a straight kick now. Staying on my heels for 20.
That'll hit.
3.
You knock Big Eyes unconscious.
Nice.
Nice.
So the one with the stubbiest tail starts crawling over Big Eyes and comes to try and bite Grimlock.
Give him the bring it on little gesture.
Mm-hmm. He has a 12 to hit. Okay. His teeth do not connect. Then it's back to Kirith.
I'm going to assume if they can't get in through around the racks to get at Grimlock, I can't step up next to him because of the racks.
Right. You would need to make a climb check to get over those racks.
Oh, no.
Oh no.
I am not an athletic person. So I will just use Infestation, which is a Constitution savings throw for them.
Okay. So you pull a bug from your
Off
head,
me, yeah.
off you, and it turns into a big ray of bugs, like a swarm that flies at him.
Mm-hmm.
But Stubby Tail does not seem to mind this flurry of insects.
Oh.
He has made the save.
Okay.
He has a 20 on a 20 total. And
Yeah, so it takes no damage.
Okay. Olivia?
More angry animal sounds at it, just from the back.
It has an 8 to save.
No. 4 damage.
All right.
Nice.
Grimlock?
I'm gonna keep with the same strategy. Just keep poking at their eyes with the stick.
'Kay.
11.
All right. That 11 is not enough.
Try the kick. 24 or 22
22. Okay. That's going to hit.
and 5 damage.
Okay. And then it is going to try and bite you, but it is terrified of the wolves in the tunnel.
So many wolves.
And it critically fails. So one of the things that I will allow for critical fail is you can use your reaction to take an attack of opportunity if you'd like.
Can I use my staff?
Yep.
Cool. 15.
That'll hit.
Kind of more of a wild, like kind of golf or more of a slap than a poke. For 5 damage.
Okay. The last one of these things looks kind of confused as it looks at the fact that they're both getting injured, and then it kind of looks at the open doorway and looks at you. It looks like it's considering running. Kirith?
I will try to throw more bugs at the giant bug.
Okay. It has a 19 for its constitution save.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah. It's just making friends with your pestilence.
Just whatever.
All right.
I would like to sound like a whole pack of wolves.
It has a 14 to save.
I am not successful in sounding like a bunch of wolves. I got too cocky.
Yeah.
There's only so long we could rely on poor savings throws.
All right. Grimlock?
Grimlock's got this under control.
Yeah, don't mind me, guys. Just, take your time back there. 20
That'll hit.
and 3 damage.
Okay.
And give him another boot. 14.
14 hits.
For 6 damage.
Ooh, nice kick. So yeah, it looks like he's a little bit rattled. He still does try to bite you with a 9.
No, just
The-
go home.
The other one starts to run out the door away from you guys.
Are they still tied, though?
There is a rope, but they are not tied to anything. They've just been wandering around here, brushing against all the metal things with their corroding tentacles.
Yeah, they're not actually leashed to anything. Just they.
Gotcha.
All right. Well, I'm gonna try to drop. Keep trying infestation.
Does a 9
I don't want to
save?
throw my metal tip javelins at this thing. 9 does not save, so it takes d6 poison damage. That's up to d20, TJ.
Yeah, that's not a d6. They're different numbers.
Who's TJ?
And the guy rolling the dice.
Yeah.
1 poison damage.
Keyrith doesn't own any dice.
And it steps 5 feet in a random direction. Does not
Okay.
provoke attacks of opportunity.
Okay, so it steps 5 feet to Grimlock's left. All right, Olivia.
This time I'm going to just howl again. Single wolf howl.
Does a 17 save.
Yes, it does.
All right, Grimlock.
I'm actually gonna go. I'm gonna run past this guy and try to catch that guy so he doesn't alert the other guys. Can
Okay.
I grab his leash?
Yeah.
Is that
So roll me an animal handling.
okay. Oh, attack of opportunity.
Yes, he would get one.
Okay.
You could take a 5-foot step, and you would be able to get away with him without it because
Okay, cool.
no, you would still provoke it. Sorry, I'm thinking it. So, putting it down into mechanical terms, if you use your action to disengage,
Mhm.
you could run to grab the leash with your object interaction.
Oh, okay, cool. I will do that.
All right. So, still make me the animal handling check.
Okay. Can I use inspiration to get advantage?
Yes.
Up to by 1. 17.
17. Okay. So you grab this thing's leash and it gets to the end of the lead and it kind of turns back to you and it sits.
Well trained.
The other one, however, comes towards Keyrith.
No, not my sword.
Not my metal bits.
So it cannot. So if you aren't attacking it, though, just reading the rules as written, it cannot corrode something that is being worn or carried.
Okay.
So it can try and bite you. It can.
But
and
cool.
You have to hit it to provoke
Oh, okay.
its effect.
Yeah.
Just how rust monsters are written.
Okay.
But it
I
tries
have to be actively wielding it.
Yeah. It has a 7 to try and bite you.
My wooden shield gets in the way.
All right.
Great success.
All right. Then it is your turn, Keyrith.
I will take take my quarterstaff out and holding it, not like Grimlock, actually just like walloping people. I hold it very much like a spear, like I was like militarily kind of like over my shield and try to jab at it
All
with
right.
one hand. And I got a 23 to hit.
That'll hit.
This is on Stubbs.
Yeah.
For... Oh my god. I would really like to roll above a 1 on damage, so 3 total.
That's enough to knock Stubbs out.
Woo!
All right. So there are 2 unconscious rust monsters in a pile, and then the friendly one is sitting there staring at Grimlock.
I'll just kind of walk him back to the room with the other guys,
'Kay.
whistling a tune.
Hey, everybody. Cherry Boots here. Remember to rate and subscribe to this podcast so more people can find Ad Lib Heroes. Or maybe Reginald and I will find you.
Hey, this is Kirith Odell from Ad Lib Heroes, and if you're enjoying this adventure as much as Olivia and Grimlock are, follow our socials on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter at Ad Lib Heroes.
Okay. Well, what should we do? Just like try to lock them in here, or
They're already on a leash. We could just like actually tie them up instead of just leaving them.
you know?
Yeah, I mean, they're kind of cute.
Yeah.
So
This
you know
one
what?
looks
I'm
kind of
not.
like you.
Gross. Don't insult it.
So we double tap people, but we're just going to tie the animals up.
Okay, no. Well, orcs are way, way worse than just trained animals, all right?
Okay, this is true, but also I'm fine with that. Let's just tie them up here, and then we can decide what to do with them later.
Sure.
I think this is the only one that's trained. Like none of the other ones were sitting.
Let's just tie them up.
Wow. Yeah.
Okay, so you tie them in this room.
Yeah.
Okay. When you bring the friendly one back in here, even as you tie him, he's running his tentacles, like his feelers that come out from his nose over the metal bits in the room, and they are dissolving into rust as those feelers hit him.
Okay.
Maybe
Is there a lot of other metal in this room?
It is in all the metal in this room is in pretty bad shape. These things have been in this armory for a while.
Yeah.
I will keep I'll tie the friendly one up like on the other side of the room from the other guys just to keep them separate.
Okay. I mean, it was coexisting in the room with them before you got here.
But it'd be nice to be able to like easily distinguish.
Yeah.
I will retrieve my javelins. And shall we?
Mm-hmm.
All right. So, again, because we are working in a non-visual medium instead of doing a normal map, I'm going to give you kind of 3 areas you could choose to move in. Going to one area means time will pass in the other 2 areas. So there is deeper down into the old wing of the castle. There is up to the area where you know that the courting family lives on the upper areas of the castle, or there is the entrance to the new wing of the castle where most of the day-to-day work of the castle happens. So you can gather more information before you make your choice.
Well, we knew that the fighting is still happening. Chances are the Comtesse is fighting in, like, where the nobility live and reside and do business, right?
Yeah.
But we don't know if anyone else was in the other parts of the castle.
Mm-hmm.
As tempting as it is to go to the main area with all the workers, I feel like that's likely where most of the help already is. I feel like the more isolated areas are more likely to be unguarded. Maybe I'm wrong.
I don't know.
Can we just listen and see where we hear sounds coming from?
Yeah, you can roll me a perception check. So there's information by beating 5, information by beating 10, and the most information by beating 15.
13.
Worse.
21.
21? Okay.
I am 21.
So all of you beat the 5, which means that you can hear the fighting where the old part of the castle meets the newer wing. This is where you had already heard that there was fighting, and the sounds of fighting are continue. For those of you who beat a 10, you can hear from down in the basement, there is generally about 4 regular thumps, and then a break, and then 4 thump, 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 and then a pause. And there's about a 20-second pause between each of those regular thumps. From upstairs, you, Kirith, hear the sound of someone groaning in pain. And it sounds like maybe 1 or 2 people moving semi-quietly upstairs. Think like Jason Voorhees, Michael Myers moving slowly through an area, confident, sure, but mostly silent.
That would be...
That's upstairs.
Okay, yeah, okay. So, fighting in the old castle, something happening in the basement, and someone's being straight up stalked upstairs.
No, I didn't hear that.
Yeah, I'm telling you that.
Sounds like the guy upstairs is in the most.
That person's
pressing
probably
need.
in the most dire peril.
Yeah, we should probably go.
All right. So you guys start heading upstairs. When I say the old castle, think very built for fortification. So it is gray stone. There are sometimes tapestries hanging on the walls. There are sometimes suits of armor or weapons hanging over doorways, because part of the reason you set suits of armor and weapons as decorations is so that if someone got your armory, you weren't completely unarmed in a castle. Yeah, that's literally why that decoration choice was originally made.
That's neat. I didn't know that.
And again, very, very narrow, narrow windows that someone couldn't crawl through. So you head up a spiral tower onto the, up from the basement you're in, through the main floor and up onto the second floor. You're in a long T-shaped hallway. There are 3 hulking gray bodies on the ground and 6 human guards on the ground. And someone is walking along and muttering in Orcish around the corner from where you are so you're looking one direction down the T. Someone in the cross piece of the T heading the other way is muttering in Orcish, and you hear a scraping sound.
This is giving me Diablo vibes with the butcher.
I'm pretty afraid of what might happen if we don't immediately go in, so I'm going to immediately go in.
Okay, so you're not sneaking, you're charging around the corner.
I'm gonna, yeah.
Yeah. Like you're not screaming out a battle cry. You're running as fast as you can to see what's happening.
Yeah.
Okay, so you see a large one-eyed orc kneeling in front of a door with a set of lockpicks as he's working on it. And
I'm going to crack him on the back of the head as soon as I can.
okay, let's go to initiative. You didn't sneak up on him, so he turns to look at you because he couldn't see you before because one eye.
Nice.
Are you trained in religion?
I believe so, actually. Yes.
Roll me a quick religion check versus 10.
20.
20. An orc with one eye has generally ritually removed it and is a spellcaster.
Ooh.
Oh no.
Oh, no.
So you guys can't see what happened. We use initiative for cards. Joker gets to decide when they go, and the orc drew Joker, so he gets to go first.
Boy.
So he stands up, grabs the two-handed maul, and then he points behind you, and this spectral bloody spear appears behind you to stab at you.
Yeah. I mean, oh no.
Yeah, and so Olivia and Kirith, who I assume didn't charge forward as quickly.
Correct.
Yes.
You see a spear appear behind Grimlock.
It's a ghost.
Ghost spear.
Okay, so this is cast as a bonus action.
Oh, yes. Spiritual weapon is dope.
Yeah, it is one of the best. Honestly, clerics get a lot of good spells. I assume it's because they wanted people to not feel bad about playing the healer. Okay, so he makes a melee spell attack to try and hit Grimlock. So that is a modified 20. So he does 4 force damage. And casting that is his bonus action. He takes the remaining 15 feet of movement he has to move towards Grimlock, but then takes the dodge action. So he's ready for you to come at you, watching your movements, swaying back and forth so that you're not going to be able to hit him as easily. And then it's Grimlock's turn.
I'm going to grapple him.
Okay, so you're going to rush up and grapple him?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Right, so athletics versus...
Athletics or acrobatics?
Yes, sir. Ugh.
He has a 13.
No, he gets it.
Okay, so you try to grab him and he brushes you off.
Bonus action, I'm going to kick him.
Okay.
Off the table. 1.
1. Okay, so you go to kick him, and he uses that moment to try and bring the maul up on the underside of your chin. And he throws the maul into the ceiling, and it goes flying behind him. Because he also critically failed on his account. So yeah, you guys in the hallway see this spear stab Grimlock in the back. Grimlock goes flying forward, and then a maul comes flying.
We need to get over there.
Yeah, something's going wrong.
Something's going on.
Olivia, it's your turn.
If I move my full move, will I be able to peek around the corner and see?
Yeah, you'll be able, but you will be right by that spear.
I don't like being near stuff, but I have to be able to see them for vicious mockery. Is there a way for me to get kind of away from the spear?
So the spear is right in the middle of the T intersection.
Okay. I will... Fine. Screw you, spear. I will run up and peek around the corner and see Grimlock and this...
One-eyed, huge, gray-skinned, tusky orc that... They're both kind of not looking each other in the eye at the moment.
As I come skidding to the edge of the T, I'll just be like, Grumsh saw that.
I don't know what, but...
and so he has a 16 to save.
Oh, yeah, he saves. He's fine.
Grumsh sees all.
Gosh.
I've done way worse. No.
I mean, I don't doubt.
Grumsh sees all except for what's on the left side of his head.
All right, Keith, it's your turn.
So seeing the spear, seeing that this is like a fight and like something just summoned a spear.
And Olivia brought up Grumsh.
And I could hear him speaking in Orcish already. I will begin running towards the end of the hall. Bonus action, wild shape into the spider again.
Okay.
And can I go up on the wall and the roof to get over them?
Yes.
Okay. My movement as a spider, I believe, is 30 feet.
So 30 feet gets you to the T, and then it's another 15 feet down the hallway to the orc.
Okay, I will just stay on the roof above the spear, and I will use my web attack on the orc.
Okay.
So I have +5 to hit with that. I rolled an 11 total.
Okay. So, he manages to, he manages to get his shield up and just kind of knock the spray away without getting it all gooped.
Okay.
And then it is his turn. So he pulls out a spear from his back and tries to stab Grimlock with it. As he tries, he drives it into the floor, breaking the spear. As a bonus action, he tries to hit Olivia with his spiritual weapon. And has an 11.
That is a miss, thankfully.
Okay, Grimlock, it's your turn. You're looking at this guy who has broken every weapon he had on him.
This fight is a comedy of errors.
I wouldn't be able to keep my composure. I'd probably like chuckle a little bit before cracking him under the jaw with my staff.
Okay.
17.
17 will hit.
And for 7 damage.
All right.
And stomp on his toe. 12?
12 is not enough, so he manages to shuffle back.
Mm.
All right. Then it is Olivia.
I'm going to just viciously laugh at him. I will viciously mock him.
Okay. He has a 13 to save versus Vicious Mockery.
The save is a 13, so since it's a tie, I think he's
He
successful.
wins. Yeah.
Yep.
Heck.
Do you want to stay where you are beside the sphere?
Actually, I'm going to move. I'm going to back up down the hall a little bit.
Okay, so you are moving so you can no longer see them right now?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, Kirith.
I will roll my recharge on my web. 5, that means it's recharged. And I'm going to try again.
All right,
I said get webbed. 19 to hit.
that will hit.
Okay, so it does no damage, but he is restrained, which means his speed is 0. Attacks versus him have advantage. His attacks have disadvantage, and he has a disad on dex saves.
All right.
And then I will crawl past him on the wall and just drop to the floor behind him.
Okay. Then it is his turn. Does he have a potential saving throw action to get out of the web?
He can roll a strength check or a strength 12 strength DC as an action to break free, and that's about it.
Okay. Just
Other people can attack the web for him, but he can't,
Right.
I believe.
All right. Just taking a quick look at one of his spell choices because he might use that instead. I kind of hate spell casting enemies
Mm.
because not all the information is in their stat block.
Yeah, it's really not very convenient. Just make everything a dragon.
Oh, look, it recharged its breath weapon again.
So he looks Grimlock in the eye and says in common, "Flee." You need to make a wisdom savings throw.
Cool. Saving throw. 14.
You're not listening to any dumb orc.
This guy couldn't hit me if he tried.
No.
Run from me. I've broken all of my weapons and I'm now entangled in a web.
Be scared.
All right, so it is your turn, Grimlock.
Hit him with the Planet of the Apes.
No!
Yeah.
So remember, you're attacking with advantage because he is restrained.
Amazing. Two-handed,
All right.
like baseball swing at his head. For 18.
That's
See it.
going to hit. So
Roll with
again
advantage to see if you get the
Oh,
crit.
yeah.
Yep. Crit fishing.
Woohoo!
Was it?
It
Yep.
was a crit.
You got it.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, so 2d8 plus 2. 13.
All right.
Wow.
And then I'll stomp on his toe
Okay.
That's a spicy
Also with
meatball.
advantage.
for
Another natural 20.
another natural 20. Okay.
Yeah.
Uh, 7.
All right.
Flee from me. Bonk, bonk. You're tied up, idiot.
All right. Olivia?
I'm gonna. Is that spear still floating there?
It is.
I come like peep around the corner.
Yeah, you see him like getting wrecked by Grimlock.
Can't even beat a dwarf. I'm mocking him again.
He has a 10 on the charisma save.
Hooray! I get to do some psychic damage. 2.
All right.
And then the rest of my movement to back up again
Get
because
away
I'm
from
a
that
coward.
All right. Kirith?
I'm gonna roll to recharge my web. Nope. But that's okay. And then I will try to bite him. Uh, 23 to hit.
That will hit.
Cool. So I'm gonna roll. He takes 11 piercing damage,
Ooh.
Beware the man.
and then he has to make a DC 11 con save or take poison damage.
He has a 12 for his con save.
Okay. That still means he takes half damage.
Being a spider is awesome.
Dude, so normally you wouldn't be able to turn into this until you were level 6, but I picked the shape-shifting druid.
Ooh, nice.
So I get better stuff. My spells aren't as good, but that's okay.
That is okay.
So 13 divided by 2, 6 poison damage.
You're a terrible caster anyways. It's fine.
Yeah, no, my throwing bugs at them doesn't seem to work, so I'll just turn into one.
Okay. So when he's restrained, would that reduce his melee spell attack?
I don't know. I just wrote down that attacks have disadvantage.
Right.
I can search.
If we need a rules break, we can take a rules break.
Rules break.
It's a pretty crunchy one.
A really weird thing about D&D 5th edition DM screens, the one with the best information on it is actually the Rick and Morty box set one. Like the stuff it shows is way better. Attack rolls against the all the creatures' attack rolls have disadvantage. when it's
Haha,
restrained.
take that.
But the spear still flies forward 15 feet to try and hit Grimlock in the back. Because that's a bonus action. But I'm assuming a 10 won't hit.
Oh, sir.
He tries to break free of the webbing with an 18.
Okay, yeah, he's
Yeah,
fine.
he manages to get free, but that's his action. And then it's Grimlock's turn.
I'm going to. Do I have to declare Flurry of Blows, like at
You-
the start?
You have to declare it when you start your bonus action.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah, that makes sense because it replaces unarmed strike. Okay,
Yeah.
cool. Going to do first. I'm going to do another golf swing and miss. And sorry, I rolled it. I haven't actually looked yet. I'm going to use a key point to do Flurry of Blows
Okay.
and do like jump and
Like a scissor kick? Like hit him with both
Yeah.
feet?
yeah. And the first one very much misses. Second one crits. Cool.
So
There we
yeah,
go.
he's busy dodging the feint and he leans in on his blind side right to your foot.
This guy's cheating. 3 attacks at level 2.
Yeah.
Right,
Yo.
So 8 damage.
All right. He is not looking good. He is very, very angry. It is Olivia's turn.
I'm gonna come walking up. I'm gonna peek around and be like, "We'll be seeing Grumsh soon."
He has a 13 for the savings, though.
He's like, "Great, I
He's
want
like,
to."
good.
He's like,
Grumsh will embrace me.
he's like, yeah, probably.
I back up again and moonwalk this time.
Roll to recharge my web. Ooh, I do. I'm just gonna try to bite him. He's not looking all right. 14 to hit.
14 is not enough, so your teeth scrape against his ring mail.
Dang.
Okay. So he tries to punch Grimlock in the face. He has a 16.
That hits.
Does 4 points of damage.
He's high rolling.
Well, he does 1 point of damage plus the strength mod because he is not a martial artist.
He is so much stronger than me.
Yeah. And then the spear tries to stab you in the back. That's a 13 for the spear to hit.
Miss.
He's so much better at hitting stuff with just him.
Yeah.
You should never use weapons, you idiot. All right, Grimlock, it's your turn.
When he punched me in the chest, it would be like very visible on my face of like, oh shit, that wasn't even like a good punch.
It's just a wild haymaker right into like the middle of your muscle, not to a nerve point, and you're like, ooh. Man, if this guy had technique.
If he had hit me with that hammer, oh goodness.
You'd been great at this. You should meet my master sometime.
The hammer would have done 2d6 plus 1d8 plus 3 damage.
No, thank you.
Terrible.
I'm glad he threw it at the beginning.
On that note, maybe you'll see him in hell, and I'll give him a jab in the mouth with a stick.
Okay.
22.
That'll hit.
10 damage.
You knock him out.
Great success. Does the spear disappear?
Yep.
Oh, good.
Hi, this is Joey from Ad Lib Heroes. If you're enjoying the story I'm telling, you can read my first novel, True Son of the Empire, available on Amazon as both an ebook and a softcover.
Are you enjoying the music of this episode? No, silly, not the stuff played by me. I mean the stuff from contributing artist Balragoth. Check him out on Bandcamp and any social medias at Balragoth. Cool. I just come and casually try to look like I was just standing at the back of the fight the whole time. Should we?
Do you double bite, Kirith?
Yeah.
Yep.
Just right at the throat, and then just on the wall, and like kind of walk back towards the stairs. And or wait, the doors. Oh, you guys figure it out. I can't talk or anything, and
Okay.
Yep.
I'm just gonna go back towards the stairs away from this.
I'll gather up the tools that the dude was using.
Yep.
As soon as Kirith starts to walk towards him, just kind of spin around on one foot, like I don't want to look at this, and spit a little blood on the ground.
Okay.
So I'll just, I hope, Kirith, you can understand me, but like, okay, great. I'm gonna maybe knock and talk in common, and maybe if there's someone through this door, and I just gather up the tools the dude was using and put them in a pouch
Okay.
at my belt, and then just like knock at the door and say, hello. Get out of sight, Kirith. You're terrifying. Yeah, please go down the hall. Further. Hello.
I'll move back towards down the spiral staircase a little bit.
We're here to rescue you from a scary orc man.
Oh, thank goodness, comes the voice from the other side of the door.
Do I recognize it?
So how familiar would you be with the upper crust of the town?
Probably been to like one or two parties.
Okay.
If I'm at it, but not.
So this is Julian Cording, the brother and heir of the Comtesse.
Okay. So probably know of him.
Yeah, he opens the door when you say you're here to rescue him. Like you hear a click in the lock and you hear a bar lift. He is a chubby-cheeked, happy-looking guy in his early 20s wearing very fine clothes. And he's like, oh, wow, so you beat the orc?
Well, myself and some of my friends, but we do need to go check out the other spaces in the castle. I just wanted you to not continue to feel like you needed to be soiling your pants. You are safe now.
Okay, good. So I should maybe keep myself locked in. So he goes and he like goes up to one of the guards and he's like, oh no, Henry. And he picks up the spear and the dagger from the guard and he takes them back into the room.
Henry?
The guard, his name was Henry.
Oh, I'm sorry.
One of the corpses.
Yes, we will continue clearing the castle. We came in through the same way they did.
How'd they get in?
The old... I can give you a full report later, but the old escape hatch, we were actually up in Avalon helping them out. And I'm Olivia Fortier. My parents are Mr. and Mrs. Fortier.
Oh, the cartographers.
Yeah. Anyways, we'll chat with you later, but are there a bunch of people up here?
No, I was the only one up here because I was taking a nap. The day got a little long at about 3, so...
Yeah, okay. Yeah, just keep yourself locked up here, and yeah. We'll come back and get you or send someone to get you when it's clear.
Okay, excellent. Thank you so much.
Of course. Just, like, back away from the door, trying to, like, not let him see all the bodies of crap.
Well, he walked out.
Yeah,
and
okay.
He was not as shaken as you would necessarily expect.
Okay.
He didn't seem happy to see the guards dead, but he is obviously most concerned with his own safety.
Yeah. Okay.
We need to get like a giant magnifying glass so that when we run into normal people, it can hold it up to to make him be a normal sized spider.
Yeah. I thought you were going to say like a giant answer board so that we can ask him questions and he can walk on it. Like a giant Ouija board.
No.
I should just cast Speak with Animals on one of you before I change.
Do we want to rest before we head out and check, like an hour rest before we check the other 2 areas? Or should we You're pretty hurt, aren't you, Grimlock? I could also cast on you, or I could wait till you go down and then cast on you.
I mean, I'm kind of beat up, but it seems like time is of the essence right now.
So Rush,
I'm fine.
go to the... Wow. The spider's just like... let's go, I
He
guess.
quadruple shrugs.
I guess we just go down to where the thumping noise is.
All right, so you guys regroup and get ready